Good morning, guys. And today is Saturday, March the 4th. So welcome to the first weekend of the new month, which is March. So I hope your weekend, as well as your day, is off to a good new start. Now, you guys know that on the weekends, we don't do the cards, and I generally don't do the workbooks because I leave room to talk about other things, because sometimes you just have to talk about different things, and you have to talk about what is going on in the world today. And though I have mentioned this before, it's been a while, so I'm going to go back to it. So if you would follow me over. Now, in the group on Facebook, our new Christian chat book, I gotta go find it, guys, because I always forget. Only believe in one. Now, I'm sorry, I should know that by name, by heart, because I named it, but I'll get there, because I've got so much new stuff going on, because God keeps just giving me more and more and more. So the new chat group is Only Believe in One. So if you would, follow me over to Leviticus today, because I'm going to talk about Leviticus 18, and then we're going to go down to verse 22. All right, so Leviticus 18, and follow me down to verses 22. And with all the stuff that's going on in the world today, and they want you to accept this and they want you to accept that, that's why I'm going to touch on this subject. Because, see, my kids, my sons, never, ever, ever step foot inside of a public school building. Not once, not ever, not even to visit. I never had a need to take them to see the mind-washing buildings, and I just never had a need. And my girls went for a very limited amount of time in elementary school. So, with that being said, even back then they didn't have as many issues in the public school system as they have today. Today you have transgender, drag queens, who knows what, the LIQUHTZ, they have their own alphabet, and I didn't take time to learn it because I don't care. See, I don't abide in lies. So I couldn't care less about your flag. I couldn't care less about what you think. I couldn't care less about what you believe. And here's what I don't understand. Explain this to me. If I don't accept the fact that a human being with a penis is wearing a dress, and if I don't call him, her, she, thee, we, them, they, yoda, lodal, if I don't refer to them by their pronouns, then that's hate speech. So, me not abiding in your lie, because you're lying. I mean, seriously, you're lying. You know you're lying because you have a penis, and yet you're calling yourself a female. I'm sorry, I'm female. I don't have a penis. I've never had a penis. I never thought I had a penis, but yet you want me to abide in that lie with you, and I'm not. So if you would just follow me over, and I will show you why I'm not. If you will follow me over to Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 22, do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. This is an abomination. Let that sink in. Now, I have one version that says, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. And then I have another version that says, do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. It is distasteful. It is distasteful. So, however your book translates it, it means you're not supposed to do it. It means you're not supposed to do it. That's Leviticus 18 and 22. And then, so, if I don't lie, if I don't agree to your lie, then that's hate speech. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. I should agree with you, and you're a fully penised man, and I should call you a woman, because if I do not call you she, them, they, hootie, pootie, yoda, mata, Luke, I am your father. If I don't agree to all that crap, then it's hate speech. Yet, when someone commits murder and says, no, they didn't, but you say, yes, they did, when you don't abide in their lie, it's okay. So where do we draw the line? It's not hate speech to not abide in the lie of a serial killer or a child rapist or a child molester or someone who killed your grandmother. You don't have to abide in that lie. It's okay. So who out there is dictating the lies that we agree with and then the lies that we don't? And who out there is giving you permission to call not agreeing with some lies hate speech, but then not agreeing with others, it's okay, it's normal? So if I don't call a fully penised man Yoda, then that's hate speech. But if you tell a full-on serial killer caught with the knife in his hand, standing over the body, if you call them a serial killer and they say no, they're not, they're the angel of death, they're the angel of mercy, they can identify too. Why can't they? What gives you the right to identify, but they can't? Well, I'm not heading anywhere. Yes, you are. You absolutely are. Because you're lying to yourself, you're lying to the children, you're lying to the people, and you are brainwashing the children. And you are killing their childhood. You're killing their childhood the same way the serial killer is standing over the body with the knife. You're standing over that child, taking away their childhood, because most children, when I was a child, I didn't spend my entire childhood thinking about sexuality. And most children don't. But for some reason, you have this uncanny interest in explaining to children why they can choose their gender. I mean, we could choose a lot of things in life, but gender's not one of them. Hell, I can even choose to not be a serial killer. But I can't choose to not be a woman. I mean, just because you cut this off and cut that off and flip this back and tuck that in, you're still who you are. You're just a mangled and maimed who you are. So Leviticus 18 and 22 tells us, do not. Let that sink in. Do not. Leviticus 18 and 22. Do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman, for it is an abomination unto the Lord. So then, if you would, follow me over to Proverbs. Proverbs 6 And let's go down to 16 through 19. Okay. Gotta move you guys over for just a minute, but that's okay. I can read it from 16 through 19. And all right, because I have two different versions open. So 16 through 19, Proverbs 6, 16 through 19. There are 6 things the Lord hates. 7 are abominations. Okay, hold on. Let me move you guys this way for just a minute because I want to read it from here. These 6 doeth the Lord hate. Ye 7 are abominations unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that doeth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaks lies, and that soweth discord among brethren. All right, now from this translation, there are 6 things the Lord hates. 7 are distasteful to him. Haveth eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that desires wicked schemes, feet quick to rush to evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in his community. Now listen to this. Listen to what I'm saying, because I know sometimes I don't read quite clear. But I am going to highlight this. Verse 17 says, hasted eyes, a lying tongue. Now, a lying tongue. Now skip down to verse 19. A false witness who pours out lies. Funny how in between those 1, 2, 3, 4, within those 4 verses that I've mentioned, Proverbs 6, 16 through 19. It's funny how within those 4 verses, twice it was mentioned how God hates. And in one translation that I'm looking at, it says hate, and the other one it says an abomination. So either way, it's not good. Either way, it's not good. Hate or an abomination. Either way, God either hates it or it's an abomination unto him. Lie. Lie. God hates a lying tongue. That's 17. Proverbs 6, verse 17. God hates a lying tongue. And then in 17, in verse 19, a false witness who pours out lies. The same thing mentioned twice within those 4 verses. Proverbs 6, 16 through 19. In both of those, in those 4 verses, within those 4 verses, lying is mentioned twice. So then again, you want me to do what? Abide in your lie? And if I don't, it's hate speech? What if me not abiding in your lie? What if me not calling you a fully penis man, a woman? What if me not saying good morning, Sir Yoda? Shem, diddly dim dim, rim rim. What if I don't wave your flag? How come it is hate speech and untolerated if I don't go along with your beliefs? But it's okay if you don't fly the Christian flag. It's okay if you don't go along with my beliefs. That's okay. So again, who out there is dictating what lie is okay to identify with, what lie is not okay to identify with, what lie is hate speech, what lie is not? Who out there is dictating this? Because apparently there's different rules for all of them. So who out there has been granted so much power that you have the right to lock up and put away the angel of death, the mercy killer, the one who has stabbed your child, the one who set them free because of their beliefs. So you'll lock them up because what they identify with, that's not okay with you. And I'm speaking hate speech because I won't call a fully penised man or a botched up man a woman. And I don't give two craps about your rainbow flag because the rainbow has nothing to do with your sexuality. The rainbow has to do with God's promise to not flood the earth again. So how do you even correlate the two? What does your sexuality have to do with rain, flood? I don't, the two don't, how do you correlate the two? I don't get it. But anyway, so who out there is dictating, what is hate speech and what isn't? I mean, how come it's not hate speech that you refuse to identify me as a Christian? You refuse to identify me as someone who is made of God's image. You refuse to respect me as a full-on woman with no issues. And you refuse to accept my beliefs. You refuse to fly my flag. See, the difference between me and you is I don't care what you're doing. That's your choice. But you will infringe upon what I'm doing by telling me what I do is all out wrong and I can get arrested for it and it's hate speech and my videos can be taken down because I didn't bow down, cow down, and kiss your butt. Well, first off, I can't tell your butt from your face. And that's just the God's honest truth. Maybe your butt identifies as a face. I don't know. But if you look down there and you see a penis, but you identify as a woman, then why am I wrong? Why am I sitting here? Oh, I can't believe she said that. Why? If your penis can identify as a vagina, then how come your butt can't identify as a face? Let that sink in. Oh my God, I can't believe she calls herself a Christian woman and she talking like that. Explain to me, what did I say wrong? Put it in the comments below what I said wrong. If your penis can identify as a vagina, why is it your butt can't identify as a face? Because I think you're talking out of both. Myself, I think you're talking out of your mouth and out your butt. And sometimes I can't tell the difference between your face and your butt. I mean, that's just keeping it real, because that's the position you've put yourself in. You have your own alphabet. Somehow you managed to correlate, or correlate. I'm sorry, I'm not good at words, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong and you're right. But somehow you've managed to intertwine the rainbow into your sexual deviance. And I don't know how the two how they even match up. I mean, I don't get that. How the promise to never flood the earth again, here's a rainbow, and then you call yourself pride. Do you know what the Bible says about pride? Before the fall cometh pride. Pride leadeth to the downfall. The Bible says nothing, absolutely nothing good about pride. And yet, that's what you choose to call yourself. Go figure. Pride. I wonder why you chose that as a name. Why would you be so full of pride, Satan, that you're sinning? I mean, I can understand keeping the abomination theme going. I understand it from a very biblical and Christian point of view. But the sad part is you people living it don't have a clue. First off, why are you going around announcing who you're sleeping with and proud of it, when that's nobody's business? Whether you're gay, lesbo, heterosexual, straight-o. I mean, why is that anybody's business? Why do you need to announce that? Why do you have a need to share that? Why do we care? Why does anyone care who you're having sex with? I mean, seriously, why? Why would I care? But anyway, follow me over one more time to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 22. And let's go down to verse 5. Let's go down to verse 5. Deuteronomy 22, verse 5. A woman must not wear men's clothing, nor a man wear women's clothing. For the Lord your God detests anyone who does this. Now that's one version. A woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a woman wear neither shall a man, okay. A woman shall not weareth that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abominations unto the Lord thy God. So again, we've talked about sexual immorality. We've talked about a man laying with a man. We've talked about lying lips and bearing false witness. And now we're talking about the mere appearance. We're talking about the mere wearing. We're talking about the mere clothing. And I know some idiot out there, because that's what you do, is going to focus on, well, you wear a tie. Really? Does this look like a tie? Does this look like a man's necktie? No, it's actually a scarf that I literally, for modesty reasons, wear around my neck, and I use it as an accessory because for modesty reasons, I wear it to hide my bra straps. That's why I wear this. If anybody's curious as to why I wear this, because I like baggy shirts, and when I'm doing videos and when I go out, for modesty reasons, I cover my bra straps, because it's not your business what color bra I'm wearing. You all know I identify as a woman, so therefore with a woman, as being a woman with breast, I wear a bra because that's what we do. It's modesty. And because of that, I wear this to cover. And that's what I do, because it's modest. So I'm not wearing a scarf. It is not a necktie. And that's what it is. But you call it what you want. And I'm sure there's some idiot out there, oh, she's wearing a necktie, but talking about what a man and a woman wear. You do what you want. I'm just bringing you enlightenment. I'm bringing you God's divine knowledge. I'm bringing you God's divine wisdom. And I'm letting you know I'm not going to, well, I never did. But this is why. I'm not going to abide in your lie about COVID. I'm not going to abide in your lie about you being a fully penised man want me to call you a woman, or a fully vaginaed woman want me to call you a man. I'm not going to abide in your lie. I'm not going to sit there and go, well, God, you see, I did everything you told me to do. I rose up early in the morning. I went and spread your word. I went and told your gospel. I went and led people to you. The only thing I did was that one lie. I told that man I believed he was a woman. Not on your life, buddy. I'm not going to spend eternity smelling sulfur and brimstone because you want to take your penis, hack it in half, tuck it in, and call it a vagina. Not me. I'm just going to call you a disfigured, mangled man. That's what I'm going to call you. Sorry, buddy. God said, I knew you before I formed you in the womb. So, he knew what he was making. Now, I've heard people say, well, what about the two that are born with both genitalia? Well, I tell you what. If you would stop allowing people to experiment on your genetic behalf with these mRNA vaccines, because trust me, the Rovid vaccine is not the first mRNA vaccine to come along. You don't know what all is in the first shot your child gets straight out of the womb, which is the PKU. You don't know what's in any other shot that your child gets before they go home, or any other shot that you give these kids as they're growing up. Now, let me tell you, my children are not vaccinated. They're not vaccinated. I had, when I was a child, because my children didn't go to public school, so I didn't have to worry about producing records. But my children are not vaccinated. And you know what's funny? My children are not vaccinated, and they never caught Rona. I had no choice when I was growing up because I was a ward of the state and I was in and out of foster care. So the state did to me what they wanted, so I was fully vaccinated up until I was 18, and then I stopped that crap. But my children, my girls have a few vaccines, and I think my boys might have one or two because I didn't know any better at the time. But my sons haven't been vaccinated since, I want to say, my sons might have got the 3-month shot. And feel free to call whoever you want, because my kids are grown now, so jog on. Ain't a damn thing you can do about it. You can like it, or you could not like it, but there's nothing you can do about it. Because they are adults, they're full grown adults, and they know. And I've told them, if they decide to go get vaccinated, I will full on back them, because that is their choice. But I'm not going to invade their body with the world's medical crap, and that wasn't my right to do. So, you can call who you want, because my one son is 18 and my other son is 20. And so they are grown, and there's not a damn thing DFS, Children's Services, Family Services, whatever they call it in your town, can do about it. So all you can do is sit there and cry about it, and guess what? You don't even have a voice, you don't even have a voice or an opinion in that matter, because the first person that comments on it, because I'm not one of those who believe it takes a village to raise a child, because that's not a verse. That's not a verse in the Bible. If you find it, let me know, because I would love to go read it. But it's not a verse in the Bible. It doesn't take a village to raise a child. And you ain't part of my village if it did take a village to raise a child. Therefore, your opinion matters not to me. But anyway, I'm not going to abide in your lie, because lying lips are an abomination. Bearing false witness is an abomination. Laying with another man as you would lay with a woman is an abomination. Wearing the garments of a woman, if you're a man, is an abomination. You think I'm lying? Go look them up, people. Go look them up. If you can't see them and you've forgotten what I've said, Leviticus 18:22. Proverbs 6:16 through 19. Deuteronomy 22:5. I'm not going to abide in your lie with you. I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not going to share your opinion, because if it's okay for Kevin to be called Karen, then why is it not okay for the serial killer to be called the angel of death? If you can identify, why can't he? What gives you the right? What gives you the right to dictate one to another who can identify as what? And then it's not called hate speech, and he loses his freedom. Heavenly Father, I thank you this morning for divine knowledge and divine wisdom. I just ask that you would lead your people to the light, and I ask that you would guide them and touch them this morning as they go forth to enjoy their Saturday. Prepare them for tomorrow, your day, that they may find good rest tonight and find their way to your house tomorrow, Lord. In Jesus' name, I pray. All right, guys, let everything I've just told you sink in, and have a good Saturday, and have a great weekend.